G'day, mates. Hey, what's going on? I promised you some more videos, so I'm going to do another one here. Make it short and make it much shorter to create using all of those memes and timing them takes hours and hours, probably because of my ineptitude, regarding technology. But so I was doing a little more training today, and I heard some great stuff. A lot of it I knew, some of it I didn't, which is always cool. And so I'm just going to give you a little synopsis plus, some stuff. Oh no, I think actually all of this was in the video. I'm not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So yeah, as many people don't know, all corporations are trusts. Now, all trusts are not corporations, but all corporations are trusts. This is a fact, right? Well, the United States of America is a corporation and therefore is a trust. Corporation has a president. Optionally, it can have a vice president, but it definitely must have a president, a secretary, and a treasurer. Well, we've got that, don't we? Now, the elements of a trust, as opposed to, or aside from a corporation, a trust must have a trustor, a venue, and a trustee. Now, when he's saying this, I'm assuming the trustor is also the grantor, but I'm sure it's not that, right? They're two different words. But anyway, for the sake of this formation, let's just say that's the elements of the trust. They are the elements of the trust regarding this trust, meaning the United States of America. So who is the trustor? That would be the people. Me. Hopefully you. The venue is the United States. That's the venue of the trust. The trustee is the United States of America. United States being lowercase, meaning states that are united. The United States of America being a pronoun for a private corporation. Very, very vital, as I'm sure you can tell, to know the difference there. So, government, according to countless experts over decades, if not centuries, is pure coercion. There is no government that is not pure coercion. This is just a fact. Well, there used to be a common quote in this country, and the quote was that the United States is the great experiment of self-governance. And it is. It's a republic. It's a constitutional republic. You are responsible for your self-governance as a sovereign, as one of the people. So, now, even though we are self-governing, obviously, and apparently, as you can tell, we, albeit, can choose representatives on our behalf. However, we are absolutely not obligatory to their actions. The people are sovereign. Representatives are subjects of us, the sovereign. Representatives are members of the federal government, which is obligatory to the Constitution. We aren't. The people aren't obligatory to the Constitution. It is only obligatory to the corporation. We're sovereign. Not obligatory to anybody or anything other than a person in suit of another sovereign if they're making a claim against you, right? Believe it or not, we the people are entitled to the same rights formerly belonging to the king by his prerogative, which means they are now by our prerogative. In this republic, your rights are what you decide they are, again, by your prerogative. As a sovereign in relation to the United States of America and the United States, right? You're not sovereign to God. You're not sovereign to another sovereign. This, doesn't even make sense, right? So sovereign is a subjective term. You're not sovereign to everything unless you created it all or something, right? Unless, you're sovereign to the little sea monkeys in your little fish bowl, right? So I hope that clears up the term of sovereign. We are all sovereign as if we're the people, or one of the people, both apply, sovereign to the United States and the United States of America. Now, democracy, which is what most people think this country is, which is, I don't know, it's makes me sorrowful, a little angry. But democracy, as defined by Black's Law Dictionary, 5th edition, and I'm paraphrasing, it is where the minority has no rights. 51 beats 49. Basically, it is a dictatorship of the majority. Not only are there no personal individual rights, the minority has no rights. If you were in a true democracy, go try and refute this, okay? If you find somebody that wants to refute the words that I'm going to speak right now. In a true democracy, if 51% of the people said that all people that were 5'10" had to be euthanized, killed. Guess what? All people that are 5'10" would be killed. So, are you sure you like democracy? I sure don't. Democracy works for the federal government, but it has no place in any individual's life. Certainly, they shouldn't choose it to have any. Now, lastly, I'm going to leave you with this. The United States of America, via the Constitution, has no individual obligation to the people, only a general obligation. Now, at first, you might think that sounds bad, but it's actually brilliant. The founders were, whether they were smoking weed and, doing fucking heroin and morphine or whatever they were doing, right? Maybe they were I don't know. But anyway, brilliant, very brilliant, okay? Because the government only has a general obligation, this does mean that, let's say one of the people is in grave danger. The government has absolutely no obligation to protect that person, even if they're in imminent danger of death. Nothing's perfect. Now, the other side of this is, let's say you said, well, that's not good. That's not good. We need to give them that power, right? The people would have to ordain and establish for the government to have that power. We have the right and wherewithal to do it. Sure as hell hope it never happens, but let's say we were to give them that power, or that power, and a certain number of a majority, because the federal government is a democracy, 51% of those people say, well, you know what? I don't think you should have guns, and I don't think you should be able to have any knives, and I don't think you should be able to have this, do that, because all of these things put your life in danger. And so for your own good, we're going to take those away from you and take the freedom of being able to have those away from you. You see the slippery slope there? So yeah, that's all I got today. God, I can't believe it went 11 minutes. You guys are great. I'll see you soon.